Greetings, YouTube. My name is War Master Yudi, and today we're going to begin an exciting journey in feudal Japan. So, I did play some Shogun 2 with my good friend Le Royal Gamer, where I attempted to instruct him in the art of Shogun 2. I attempted to take him under my wing as my armed retainer and show him the ways of combat, of tactics, of the one true goal of this game, to become Shogun. I know. I'm sorry. That was horrible. Anyway, now, however, speaking of which, the Royal Gamer has actually just sadly no. Anyway, all right. So unlike in the co-op footage of me and the Royal Gamer, we're going to be playing single-player campaign. Not only that, but we are going to be playing on ultra settings. Yes. Why? Okay. But yes, we are going to be playing on ultra settings. Large unit sizes. Unit size ultra. Fuck it. We're going in hard. Fuck it. We'll do it live. I do also apologize to any younger viewers who are watching this. I do swear a lot, so make sure that if you are watching this, young boys and girls, that you are doing so without your parents' knowledge. Make sure you turn the volume down. Anyway, enough of the lollygagging. Let's get into the game. So I'm not going to really go over the real in-depth mechanics of the game. This is basically just going to be a campaign to show off my knowledge of the game. Not that I succeed and do anything with that knowledge. It's one thing to know how the game works and how to achieve victory, but it's another thing to actually execute it. Anyway, so as you can see, we have different clans here. I have almost all the clans unlocked. You start out with all the clans from here, the Chosokabe, all the way to the Uesugi here. The Iko Iki and the Otomo are DLCs that I bought. There's a third DLC clan called the Hattori, which are like a ninja clan. But I don't like sneaking around. I like charging in headlong. I like Leroy Jenkinsing into people. So, who do I want to play as? Also, we're going to be playing on hard and long campaign settings, so go on ahead and take a look here. You know what? We're going to be historical. We are going to play as the Tokugawa. Now, for those of you who aren't familiar with Japanese history, this is the time period of 1545. This is a time period in where the Ashikaga shogunate is ruling. And it's obviously very different in history, but basically, all these different clans that are on this map are going to, are basically vying for more power and whatnot. And eventually, the Tokugawa here become the shogun, and do so until about the mid-1800s, until the Boshin War breaks out and the Tokugawa are forced out, as far as I know. Hold on here. The Royal Gamer, I am texting you during this. You are now in my video, in spirit. Let me crack open a can of Dr. Pepper here. Take a victory sip. Oh, yes. All right. And we are going to start. Let me check here. Battle time limit 40 minutes. No advisor help. Show CPU movements. Do not search continuously for other players to drop in. And we will begin. So there are also quotes down here from various figures in Japanese history and various other figures in war history in general, I guess, since human history is riddled with wars, isn't it? Oh, we're such a great race, aren't we? Anyway, I'm not going to be showing any of the cutscenes, really. just because I kind of want to just go through the game. If you want to watch the cutscenes, they are all on YouTube. Other YouTubers have posted them. I just don't feel the need to actually show the cutscenes, so we're just going to skip. Yes, we are the Tokugawa. Daimyo is to become Shogun, military ruler of all Japan. Hush, woman. Alrighty. So as the Tokugawa, we kind of start out in a very interesting position. We are vassals of the Imagawa, which means that we cannot make alliances. And we also, as far as I know, cannot declare war on anyone. We are already at war with the Oda, though, so. So basically, our first course of action, of course, is to eliminate the Oda and seize Owari for our own. And then backstab the Imagawa. But as you can see, there is a small Oda army here. And we could fight them. But one of the bonuses of the Tokugawa is that they have improved Metsuke. The Metsuke are like overseers and bribers and whatnot. They're like the secret police. So we're going to try and bribe this army to join our cause here. It appears they accepted. Excellent. The entire army has joined us. Excellent. Let's go to the Mastery of the Arts and research this so we can get some grand katana samurai. So now we have a very sizable army here already. We're going to recruit one more unit of spears and a unit of bows. And on the next turn, after we get some trade here, are you all going to pay me for this trade?
And tell me of the concerns that bring you here.
You know what? Fine. I'm not going to... There's a way to get money out of the AI this way to make them pay. But it's like almost always like 100, 200 money or koku. So it's not really worth it, to be honest. Excuse me. We're going to jack the taxes up to high for this turn. So we can get some more money. And since we have our whole army garrisoned, the population is not really going to be able to say anything about it. Ha ha ha. I'm such a benevolent ruler, guys. Really, I am. Let's use our Metsuke to scout out what the Oda are doing. Now, the specialty of the Oda clan is that they have improved Ashigaru, which are basically peasants. So they do have better peasants than we do. So we're going to improve the roads here. We're going to keep the taxes on high for this turn, even though they're going to be rather upset, as you can see, tax burden. We are going to attack this army. They have retreated into their castle. Cowards! They have 2 Yari samurai right off the bat. Damn. Well, they don't start out with 2 armies, and they don't start out with 2 Yari samurai, but it looks like they've been recruiting. Anyway, we're going to continue scouting out here with our Metsuke. Looking for potential new trade partners once we seize Owari for our own. And the turn. Now, the reason why the Oda fled into their castle is because they don't feel as though they have the strength to face me in the field. Which they would be correct. They don't. And they certainly will not, even as I lay siege to their castle. So as you can see, this is their army. They have their Oda Nobuhide and their other general, Muninori. 2 Yari samurai. 1 Oda Yari Ashigaru, 2 bows, and a samurai retainer from the castle. Whereas I outnumber them because I have 3 units of cav. They have more samurai than I do, but I make up for it in raw peasant power. Peasants unite! Oh wait, we're not the Iko Iki. The Iko Iki are kind of like the Peasant United Club. But it is very good that we have seized Owari, pretty much, because the Oda are also at war with the Saito here. And the Saito have been known to backdoor me in previous campaigns by taking Owari before I could muster up enough men to take town. So now that we have gotten our ill-gotten money by raising taxes, we're gonna put it to low, actually. The reason for that is because lowering the taxes will increase our town growth. And at this point, I really don't need the money. I have enough men to take the city. In fact, don't I just put it on minimal? I mean, I might as well, you know. No, let's. There's really no benefit. I'm just gonna put it back up to low. So, clan destroyed. Asai encountered. Yeah, but it's sad though, because usually the Tokugawa are like one of the first clans that get wiped out in this game, as I was explaining in my other video, in my co-op video with the Royal Gamer. Let's see here. What to talk about? Ooh, the Iko Iki are moving against the Atori, it looks like. Surprising. But again, this is hard. As you can see here, the banner is flashing white with a skull. This means that my men are going to take winter attrition unless I move them out of this area back into my own territory or into neutral territory. I'm not going to do that because the winter attrition is going to be minimal. And at this point, I cannot apprehend that monk. I am going to want to be careful of if the Iko Iki do mount a presence here, because the Iko are very good at spreading their religion, which is counteractive to my public order. So we are going to be having to watch the Iko Iki with great interest here. We'll keep the strategy defense. Why not? We'll build that a harbor, so that way we can eventually begin to build ships. And more importantly, get trade up. And the Oda are going to come out and face me, ladies and gentlemen. Let us begin. The first battle of the series. Tokugawa Hirotada against Oda Nobuhide. Which, if I actually remember correctly from another video I was watching, I think these two were actually historically allies. Or I think it was like the Oda manipulated the Tokugawa into defeating some of their enemies or something. I don't know. I don't know Japanese history very much. I'd like to learn more about history. I love history. History classes is one of the few classes I actually have a genuine interest in back in grade school. But thankfully, the nice thing about college is that a lot of the classes you take, you actually want to be in. You actually are interested in being in their classes. But I am not going to college now. I'm just working right now, which is nice because I make money and I don't have to worry about tests and whatnot. We are not going to listen to the general speech. Alrighty. So what we're going to do is we're going to deploy at the back of the zone here, deployment zone. Force the enemy to come to me. We're actually going to put our Yari Samurai here in the woods here to conceal. I said to conceal. Ah, you dickbags. There you go. We are also going to put our cavalry in the woods on the side there as well to hide them. Light cavalry is very good at running down archers, but they are not good in sustained combat. They will get shredded by spears and other cav. So we do not want to make. We want to engage our light cav only if it's is absolutely necessary for the survival of the battle. Alrighty, take a look at these beautiful graphics, ladies and gentlemen. Ultra. Take note, little Royal Gamer. This is what you can expect, graphics-wise. Because if you noticed on his, it looked like his guys were wearing plastic masks, like you could wear in Team Fortress 2 or something. That's actually a game we can both play because that's free to play on Steam. The Royal Gamer, if you're watching this, I will go and download Team Fortress 2. We can go play Team Fortress 2 together. That's another game we can play and do co-ops on. So I want to do more collabs. Looks like our units are intertwining here. Peasants. And of course... Oh no, they're not intertwined. Our samurai. Yes. Yari samurai. Here come the enemy. The enemy may attempt to skirmish with me, which is basically just engage. For those of you who don't know, it's basically to just engage in a bow battle, in a archery battle with me. However, they know that I'm sure the computer realizes that their skirmishers are outnumbered, so I will win that fight over time. So they may end up just straight up charging my lines, which I want them to do, because a lot of times when they charge your lines, they suicide one of their generals, because these spear peasants can very quickly take down an enemy general, believe it or not. Also, the Oda wouldn't be very good at hiding from their enemies because they're wearing bright yellow in the snow. But I guess that keeps them warm since, you know, maybe it might attract the warmth of the sun here. Who knows? Okay. Well, Y guys are wearing the... Well, we have yellow too, but our Mon's mainly yellow, but the background color is white. Okay, so I'm going to keep the formation as it is. I might actually move these archers just a little bit this way so they can get a little bit better range. Well, not range, but more archers firing their bows at the enemy when they walk into range. Let's fast forward the game real quick. And they're about to come into range now. I'm curious, are they going to sit there? They might, yes. So we are getting some hits. They are standing there. They're about to fire back. So it does appear that they are going to engage in a bow battle with my men. I'm going to inspire my men here to, which basically helps them reload faster. Hit the samurai, please. See if you all can get one volley into the samurai before they charge. Oh, yes. Excellent volley. Brilliant. Fall back, please. We are getting ripped a new one, though, by their bows, but that's mainly because they're... So as you can see now, the enemy samurai have engaged with my Yari line. They're forming a Yari wall, which is basically like a spear wall. Well, it basically is, but they're forming a spear wall to... It helps their defense out greatly and allows them to take on samurai. Unfortunately, they are shooting at my infantry. I'm going to fall back real quickly with our infantry back behind here. Attempt to bait the enemy forward. However, the nice thing, though, is that their other bow unit is not engaging me, so I will win this fight. Their samurai have returned to the battle. Alright, the enemy is moving up now. I'm not sure what they're going to do, though. They rallied. I'm not sure if that's a declaration that they're going to charge me or what. My men are taking cover in the tree, so that's going to kind of help them out in this bow battle here. But I will be taking some pretty heavy casualties here, which is fine. These guys are kind of getting ripped a new one. They need to hide in the woods here. Alrighty, I cannot sit here and take that fire for much longer. We need to move up now. We're going to need to charge them at this point. So as you can see, we are now engaging them across all their lines. Tend to spring the cavalry out. Tend to move our Yari into position here. We'll move Tokugawa up here. Actually, no. Move our Yari back into position here, as the enemy look like they're going to possibly attempt to flank around me. They are indeed flanking. The enemy general has foolishly charged into my men. And their other general has also charged into my cav at this point.
Our general is in grave danger, my lord!
Their generals are pretty much dead at this point. Yep.
My lord! A glorious
Victory will soon be yours! I do apologize for the lack of up and close in this battle. I just really needed to be overhead here and ensure that all my troops were doing what I needed them to do. So now we are going to run down the enemy. You all can please stop chasing them. You will not catch them. The reason why we're chasing them down is twofold. One, to ensure that they do not dare lift their swords against us ever again. And two, to get my men bonus experience. So as you can see, we already have rank 1 across almost all my units here, which is great. Except for the Yari Samurai. They didn't really get a whole lot of combat in. But they did get a general. I'm not sure if it was Oda Nobuhide himself or if it was somebody else. Alright, so we did manage to eliminate their Yari Samurai that were escaping. Definitely want to make sure those guys are out of the fight for sure. But yes, there is a blood mod on here, and there are decapitations for sure. Some more Yari Samurai. Ooh, and as you can see, the blood will splatter onto the screen. This is why I got you that, Royal Gamer. Gotta make sure you get a decent computer so you can enjoy this. The carnage. Alright, I do believe they're satisfiedly beaten. Close victory. But yes, we have achieved our first victory. And at this point, the Oda are done for. I'm hoping that I eliminated enough of their forces to where I can just take the castle this turn and not have to worry about the attrition. So let's see. We did. Yes. Excellent. So we will not be taking attrition that turn. And we have a settlement. Wonderful. Multiple arms. Mission issued. Thank you. I'm actually going to remove this Yari drill yard. I don't really need it at this current time. We are going to upgrade this to a stronghold. So that way we can build cavalry stables, because these pastures will actually give us bonus to cav recruited there. Oh, we have 2 great clans destroyed. The Hojo. Wow. They're the guys that are right just over here. And of course the Oda have been eliminated. So we have achieved our first military victory. So we are now able to trade with the Kitapak. I'm not even going to try and pronounce it. Excellent. Got some more trade going with them. And now that we have another province, we'll go on ahead and put the taxes back to normal. The benefit of having lower taxes is basically it allows you to create town growth, which will help increase town wealth and whatnot. I'm going to switch this man to commissioner for finance. I don't need a commissioner for warfare, as it's rather a useless commission. Sure, we are on strategy defense. Excellent. We are going to go on ahead and end one more turn. Alrighty, nothing really interesting happened there. I'm going to start some chi arts here. And we're going to build a sake den, which will allow us to recruit ninja later on down the road. I'm thinking our next target will probably either be the Kikikatabe here or possibly the Saito. But of course, we do need to address the Imagawa issue. We do need to rebel against them at some point. But as you can see here,
I will listen attentively.
it will basically it will hurt our daimyo's honor. So, which basically you do not really want your daimyo's honor to go lower. And the honor, basically what that does is it helps diplomatic relations, it helps with public order, and it helps your generals that are underneath you stay loyal. So definitely want to make sure that we keep our honor up. I may try to just go on ahead and see if I can maybe win. Maybe take out the site. See if I can declare war against the Saito. Can I actually declare war without having to go through them?
I will listen attentively.
Yeah,
and
I
give you a
cannot,
fair
honestly,
response.
unfortunately.
Now speak your part.
And the Imagawa are at war with the Satomi. Looks like the Satomi are the ones who knocked out the Hojo. So possibly, I'm hoping that perhaps the Satomi can come and take out the Imagawa for me. And then we can push against them without having to lose our honor. But we'll see. We'll see. I'm going to go ahead and cut it there for right now. Thank you all so much for watching. You all are lovely and beautiful, and each and every one of you are. And don't let anyone tell you different. I hope you all have enjoyed this Shogun 2 Let's Play. We got in a battle. We took a settlement. And we are poised to start becoming, and we are one step closer to becoming Shogun of Japan. This is the War Master, signing off for now.